All right, everybody. This is Kevin Banks for PiggyBankPickz, and welcome to the Warzone.
Let's get ready to rumble. Step into the war zone. 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 Friday night war zone. Friday night war zone. Hey yo, it's Phil Flames. I'm with Mike on the Mic and Joe Morley. About to bring you more heat. Welcome to the war zone. You can have a floor seat. Watch them on your iPhone. Watch them on your Galaxy. It's a sports debate show. Straight up out of SoCal. Gather around the laptop. Friday nights it goes down. And we on the radio. Coming to your locale. Got into the third round. Better bring the smoke now. Step into the war zone. 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 Friday night war zone. Friday night war zone. Step into the 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 war zone. Friday night war zone. Friday night war zone.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the War Zone. I'm Joe Morley. That's Mike on the mic. And we have a special guest like we do every Wednesday night. But this guy is special to me because look at that hat, guys. You already know what team he's on. You already know who he's coming. He's not a Raider fan, but he's a Team Joe fan. And that's all I'm talking about, Mike. Guys, if you guys don't know this guy already, you need to go check him out. Kevin, PiggyBankPickz on Instagram. If you play fantasy football and you're not following this guy, then you're losing your leagues because this guy is a winner, and that's all he does is give you great advice. Guys, give it up for my man, Kevin.
My bad, y'all.
I can edit it. I edit
See,
it.
it was such a great introduction. I stunned this man. How you doing today, Kevin?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. How you guys doing?
Well, not so good. Not so good at all. Because I'm used to having people on the show that are on my side against Joe. Myself and Kevin have a long time rivalry going that started, in the summer of 2020 on a very hot 112-degree day. And it's continued ever since. But he does have one of the best fantasy football accounts on Instagram. If you want to plug it real quick, I'm pretty sure it's just PiggyBankPickz, right?
Yes, sir.
Piggy
With a Z,
Pickz
like Zorro.
with a Z.
And here's the good thing about Kevin's account is if he's wrong, he takes accountability, guys. Like he knows when he's wrong. Trust me. So if you're following his page and he gives you wrong advice, he's going to come out and he's going to apologize to you. He's going to show you that he's wrong. He takes accountabilities, but he shows you why he picked those guys. He's going to give you the stats. It's not like he's going off the top of his head and going, "Hey, play Aaron Rodgers this week because I feel that way." No, he's going to give you the stats. He's going to give you the reasons why you're going to play those guys. And sometimes it doesn't work out. It's fantasy football. You can't always be 100%. But this guy right here, he's got it going on. I'll tell you guys that right now.
That's what she said. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
All right. So, Kevin, you entered the war zone. You ready for this? Because I'm going to throw the first question at you. And it's a big topic. It's the biggest topic that's been going on this week. And who thought that during Super Bowl week that we'd be talking about the Detroit Lions? Nobody thought that. Nobody talks about the Detroit Lions, but we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions. Your thoughts, and Mike, I guess we can hear Mike's thoughts too, but usually this is just going to be a conversation between me and you, and Mike will just, whatever, Mike. So your thoughts on the Rams-Lions trade, Jared Goff going to Detroit, Matthew Stafford coming on to L.A. with his best friend, what is his name? Clayton Kershaw, never heard of him, but yeah, your thoughts on that trade?
That's blockbuster, man. That's big. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering here a bit, but yeah, blockbuster, and it's a big trade, man. I think the Rams have been in a win now mode ever since McVay got there, changing the culture. You saw the trade with Ramsey, and that was definitely going to hit the cap, in a way. But yeah, it's a big trade. Jared Goff and Sean McVay were not seeing eye to eye, and now we see the reason why. It was something they couldn't repair, and now he's gone. Sent him to the pits in Detroit. Yeah, that's one of the worst franchises I've ever seen, man. Probably in sports, the Detroit Lions. I feel bad for Jared Goff and Dan Campbell and all those guys, but yeah, it's a big trade, man.
Do you think Jared Goff is going to be all right over there, or you think he's just going to plain out suck?
Look, they got Anthony Lynn as offensive coordinator. I believe in him. He's a really good offensive coordinator. They got the running back in DeAndre Swift that you guys already know. I like DeAndre Swift.
Swift.
But yeah, I mean, I think it really depends on who's coming back in that wide receiver core and who are they drafting. Is Golladay coming back? Marvin Jones is most likely gone. Are they drafting the Heisman winner from Alabama with a 7th overall pick? We're gonna see.
It's a lot better for Anthony Lynn. I'll tell you that much. It's a lot better fit for Anthony Lynn because now he can have a justified reason to just run the ball. You don't have Justin Herbert as your quarterback and Keenan Allen as your wide receiver, Hunter Henry as your tight end. Never understood that. Running the ball so many times during a game when you got an offense that is just built to air it out. But, I mean, I've never been a big Jared Goff believer. But if he's going to succeed, I guess he's going to succeed on a team that's going to have a good run game, I guess. I don't know. You're definitely going to see the gap. There's a lot of people that are coming out and saying, well, Matthew Stafford isn't that much better than Jared Goff. This year's Detroit Lions they're going to be awful. Let's just admit the whole team is awful. It's not just Jared Goff or any specific position. They have a lot of work to do in this rebuild. You're going to see the gap though, because they're competitive with Matthew Stafford. I don't think they're going to be competitive with Jared Goff. You're going to see what the Rams traded for over there in Detroit more than you're going to see it in Los Angeles, just because Los Angeles is going to be a good team still. They're a good team last year. They're going to be a good team next year with Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I'm not going to write off Jared Goff just because he's going over there. Yes, he's not Matthew Stafford. He's not. And the offense isn't going to be as good. But, Piggy's favorite guy, DeAndre Swift, getting Anthony Lynn over there should have a big season next year. And I always yell out Swift because one time I was talking to Piggy before the season, and he was the first guy that I know that was high on DeAndre Swift, and we called him out, and DeAndre Swift still hasn't got back to my guy Piggy. So DeAndre, if you're watching, hit Kevin up. Let's do an interview. Come on, I know you're watching out there. DeAndre Swift is going to be talking to Kevin pretty soon because we're going to hook that up. Swift, look at me. Don't let me down. Talk to my guy Kevin because he's going to get you. He's going to get you as a first round pick next year with Anthony Lynn. He's going to talk you up.
Get a lot of carry. I'll tell you that much.
now you're lying. No Detroit.
So
yeah, man. I think Jared Goff. Look, man. He's a solid quarterback, but he's a system quarterback. We saw what he did with Todd Gurley, and I know Todd Gurley was one of the best stars that were out there. Yeah, he's a play action quarterback. That's what he is. He's a system quarterback, and he's a play action guy. So he does definitely need a run game. When you saw the run game go away and the offensive line wasn't as good as it was prior years, like that Super Bowl run, you saw him struggle. He's not a mobile quarterback, but yeah, I think Matthew Stafford is definitely an upgrade. And the reason why is that he makes less mistakes. Jared Goff is a little careless with the football sometimes. And if you compare the interception ratio to touchdown, Matthew Stafford wins that. Now they're both throwing fulls. They both can throw for 4,000 plus easily any year. The thing is that the Rams are investing in a quarterback that has not stayed healthy as of late. He has that potential to go down his back problems, and I think they invested a lot in a Matthew Stafford, which I think his best years are behind him, but he still could be a quarterback that could definitely win you a chip with a defense like that.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
I was just gonna sing the song, "My Neck, My Back, My Stafford," just like that. No, but yeah, like you said, you touched on it. They both, like, people act like Jared Goff hasn't thrown for over 2,000 yards. Like, this dude is throwing for 3,800 yards a season. I think a couple of them have been over 4,000. Matthew Stafford has a 5,000 yard season, but he's throwing from behind all the time. But you look at their completion percentage in their career. I think Goff is at 63, Stafford's at 62. Could it be the system that Stafford was in? Could it be that him making pushes? But Stafford also has 144 interceptions in his career. That's a lot. He makes his risk. So I don't see it. I mean, I see the upgrade. I don't see the giving up all those draft picks for it. I see the upgrade though. I see why they did it. But I don't see this I'm not running to Vegas tomorrow to put money down on the Rams to win the Super Bowl next year just because of this move?
Well, I truly think, and this is something I'm starting to notice, teams are coming out, news is coming out, this team offer for Stafford, this team offer for Stafford. Sounds like there's a bit of a bidding war. Probably drove the price up a lot. I believe San Fran already had reported that they had made an offer for him, and there's a report that Washington made an offer for him. So I'm sure that drove the price up for him a lot. The thing about Goff is when he has a clean pocket in time, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league when he has clean pocket in time. But the problem is when he gets under pressure, the great quarterbacks find a way to not let that pressure do as much damage, whether it's completing a dump off or rolling out, getting it thrown away, or just taking off themselves. Goff turns the ball over when you get pressure on him. That's not what you want to do when you're facing pressure, because you're going to face a lot of pressure in the NFL. They go after quarterbacks, especially when they see that weakness in your game. And is the Detroit Lions going to protect him? The offensive line? That's another thing to be thinking about. I was almost ready to lock in the Lions picking up one of these quarterbacks in the first round. Who are they drafting now? Offensive line? Defensive backfield? They need everything, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, the Lions, they're going to be playing from behind. Jared Goff could throw the ball, but he has to limit those mistakes. Yeah. But I'll say this. Dan Campbell, former intern coach for the Miami Dolphins, this guy will fire you up, all right? He's going to have his guys playing hard. People are going to run through a wall for Dan Campbell. He's that kind of guy. I mean, when he talks, you listen, and you definitely just play hard for him, man. That's practically it. And when guys believe in the system and they believe what you're saying, and they're not about that bullshit, Dan Campbell was really straight up with you. And you guys saw that, in his press conference as a Miami Dolphin fan. I knew this from a while back. Now, do I believe he's head coach material? That's to be, we'll see. I mean, the guy, I think he's cool, but look, the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions are the worst franchises to ever exist in the NFL. I'm sorry to say. The Cleveland Browns finally earned some respect since Otto Graham and Jim Brown and all those greats. You know what I mean? And that was before the NFL merger. The Detroit Lions are the absolute worst team or franchise. They haven't reached the Super Bowl. And that should be everything you need to know there. And they've been around forever.
The Browns got lucky with the great Baker Mayfield coming to town. And now the Jared Goff going to the Detroit Lions. There we go. Now two ugly franchises are going to turn around because of great quarterback play. Does that sound good?
Well, they're also going to need a defense, and they're going to need to somehow get receivers because Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay look to be out the door. They need to add offensive lineman, punter, kicker, holder, and then they'll be ready with Jared Goff. Then we'll be good. The Lions will be good again.
But what about the Rams? Are you guys lining up to go buy Super Bowl tickets next year for the Rams? Because that's who they're supposed to play. Like if Stafford's going to take them to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, back-to-back home Super Bowls.
You really believe that this one move changed everything?
I think it gets them an extra win. I think they go 11-5. They're still in a tough division. I mean, you're playing the Arizona Cardinals, where Kingsbury is on a hot seat. If he doesn't win or get into the playoffs, he will be fired because he comes from a losing culture back in college. It's just facts. And then, the guy wasn't even above 500 most of his collegiate years. But yeah, and then you got the Seahawks, Russell Wilson. I mean, this guy could have been easily two-time champion in the Super Bowl and probably MVP, but we all know what happened. Didn't get the ball to Marshawn Lynch. And then you got the 49ers, which they took a dip, and I predicted correctly, a little hangover. But, they were banged up, and it is what it is. But they might be in the play for someone like Deshaun Watson. So imagine having Watson, Wilson, Stafford, and Murray. That would be crazy.
And I was with you on that 49ers pick. I was with you. I think I was the only one in the comment section. I was with you that day, that faithful day. But yeah, they're in a tough division. Like you're saying, it's going to be hard to win 12 games in that division. It's hard every year. It's nothing new. It's been like this for 10, 15 years. All the teams in that division always have tough teams.
Yeah, and they all beat each other up. Mm-hmm. They all have each other's number. Like when the NFC West plays each other, it's hard to pick a game. Like you can be like, I think Seattle's going to win. Nope, they get beat down. Like those games are good to watch, and I love it. But it leads us to our next question. the value of Deshaun Watson after what we just saw Matthew Stafford go for. Is Watson worth that much? Was Matthew Stafford overpaid so much that people are just going to be like, don't worry about that trade? What are we looking for in Deshaun Watson? What would you want in value for him?
Well, the reports first, it was something like 3 first-round picks, and then we can start talking, negotiating. Then I saw a report as of recent. They said, okay, you know what? We want 2 first-rounders now, 2 seconds, and 2 defensive starters. That's a lot to give up for Deshaun Watson, and you got to take that cap hit. The guy is the second highest paid player in the NFL, making 40 mil plus. Now, I believe that the breakdown that they would have to take some of that money, so you'll be paying 35 of the cap hit to your team for trading for Deshaun Watson to 38, and then it'll, fix out from there. But yeah, man, if I'm giving up Deshaun Watson, I think I must stay firm, and I want at least 3 first-round picks and some defensive help because the Texans are garbage on that side of the ball.
Well, you're a Dolphin fan, so the names that the 2 teams that you keep hearing, Jets, Dolphins, Jets, Dolphins, is what we keep hearing, right? We hear Jets and Dolphins. That's all we hear. So are you ready to give up on Tua just to bring Deshaun Watson in? And what defensive starters are you going to trade to Houston for this? Come on, make the deal. You're the Dolphins GM right now. Make the deal.
No, I don't take that deal. You don't take Deshaun Watson. I mean, you went through this process similar to the Raiders where you trade off Mac, you traded Amari Cooper, we traded Minkah Fitzpatrick, we traded Laramie Tunsil, we came out winning. You do not give up on the plan just because of Deshaun Watson pops. We're not ready to win right now. The Miami Dolphins overachieved at 10-6. We're not a team that's going to go to the Super Bowl, and Deshaun Watson's not going to fix that. And on top of that, Deshaun Watson is not a proven winner by himself. He can't do it by himself. It's proven he can't. He needs a team around him, just like most people, right? The Tom Brady's, the Kansas City Chiefs, they still have a pretty decent defense. So my point is that you don't trade all those first rounders. You build around the kid. You build around Tua. The guys that win Super Bowls, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, and these other people, Carson Wentz, you could even say, even though Nick Foles took over, it was on their rookie contracts. Okay, if I have 4 picks in the top 50, I do not give that up. For what? And then you have about the 5th most cap space in a league where, in a time right now where cap is actually going to not go up. It's not going another 10 million up. So whatever you have is what you have. The Miami Dolphins are perfectly set to build around Tua, and the guy you drafted, you stamped your legacy, and you took him 5th overall. I don't want to hear the Justin Herbert. I don't want to hear the Joe Burrow. I want to focus on the Miami Dolphins and the plan and build around the kid.
Did he say Justin Herbert?
No. He didn't say Justin Herbert.
Did
Kevin, you just broke a cardinal rule. We're not supposed to talk about Justin Herbert.
Wait. I want to talk about Justin Herbert. Let's talk about Justin.
Guys, this is Kevin, Piggy, Pickz. He's a Dolphins fan. He's spitting facts. Sean, what he just said, you know what he just said was the truth. That's the truth, what he just said. The Dolphins have spent the last couple of years building up to this moment. They have a great defense. They need to fix their offense just a little bit, and then they could become a complete team. But they were right there this year. They overachieved a little bit, yes, but they're right there. And they're going to give all that away for one player. Kevin knows what he's talking about, Sean. Oh, I should say Mike, my bad.
Here's the deal. Tua Tagovailoa, Byron Jones, 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and a 5th-round pick for Deshaun Watson and a 3rd-round pick. It's happening. Book it. I'm kidding.
Who the hell was Byron Jones?
He's a solid corner. A solid corner in the NFL. Good zone guy. Not going to make crazy plays on the ball, but he swats it when it comes his way.
No.
Let me add to that. Hold on. Look, the whole reason why you hear the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets, it's a bunch of BS, guys. This is clearly coming from the agent. When you first heard the rumors break about the Miami Dolphins and Deshaun Watson, it was, quote unquote, Deshaun Watson wants to be traded to the Miami Dolphins for Tua and some other, picks and what have you. When is the last time you heard a player give a rats? Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you can.
Hell yeah, you can.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Mike's mom
When
might
is the
get
last
mad
time you heard
because
a
he's a
player
little kid.
No, but honestly, when was the last time you heard a player give a fuck who he gets traded for? You don't. It's obviously an agent that's been airing this out. They know that they're using the Jets and the Dolphins that have the most draft capital in this year to put up the price, and that's all they want. It's just a bunch of smoke. And they want to, put that price as high as they can and collect all the draft picks. They're using the Dolphins and the Jets for that. Because if I'm Deshaun Watson, I don't even want to play for the Jets. That's a horrible place to go to. Yeah. I want to go play the Buffalo Bills, the emerging Miami Dolphins. And Bill Belichick is going to get rid of Cam's sorry ass and is going to put a solid quarterback and has a great defense that a lot of people opted out last year. And they're going to be good. I do not want to go to the Jets. Deshaun Watson does not want to go to the Jets. I don't buy that crap.
I was just about to bring that up on my, this is going to be a cheap plug. On the YouTube video that I just put up today, I was talking about dream situations, scenarios, best fits for quarterbacks that are going to be available, and the reality of it. And the dream scenario I had for Deshaun Watson was to go to New England. And I was thinking maybe they could package Stephon Gilmore. I mean, Stephon Gilmore is an amazing corner in the NFL, but elite quarterback, Stephon Gilmore. If you're going to make a big move like this, you might as well go for it all in. I don't think Bill Belichick would ever do that because Bill Belichick's not a guy that makes that kind of move to me. I think the Jets are a realistic spot from the land. He listed them on his list. The Jets have the draft capital. They have a decent amount of cap space. I feel like everything kind of fits for the Jets. And he wants to go there because, one, it's in New York. It's a big market for him. He's going to be able to make money there. And two, like you said, he knows it's possible. It's humanly possible.
Piggy, I'm going to list 4 teams. 4 teams that I think he's going to go to. And I'm with you. I don't think he's going to the Dolphins, and I don't think he's going to the Jets. That's just me. I truly believe that he's going to stay in Houston. But here's the 4 teams that I think could, if they did try to go. 1, Minnesota. 2, Carolina. 3, Washington. And 4, I just forgot it.
Denver Broncos.
No, I don't see the Denver Broncos. I said Washington, Carolina. Yeah, I forget. That's what I did. That's why I should make notes. I'm not intelligent. I'm, as you can see, I had a brain fart right there. I had 4 teams, but I think Mike doesn't believe me. Mike says that I'm wrong on the Carolina pick. Carolina's looking for a quarterback. Carolina and Matt Rule has come out and said it that he needs a quarterback, and that they're throwing Teddy Bridgewater under the bus right away. And I think they're going to do what they got to do to get a quarterback. And I don't know. I think Kirk Cousins might go to San Francisco. We talked about that on a couple other stuff. He might go to San Francisco. And if that goes, then you have Kirk Cousins, who's undefeated against Matthew Stafford. Just throwing that out there, Rams fans.
Carolina comes into play if Houston wants Teddy Bridgewater. That's the only way they can do it, because Teddy Bridgewater's contract is too much to have Deshaun Watson and Teddy Bridgewater together. He signed a 2-year large deal. I believe it was over $45 million, Teddy Bridgewater. And I don't see them having Teddy and Deshaun Watson on the book. So if you hear news that Teddy got traded, okay, now I think Carolina's back in play. Or if Teddy's involved in the trade, then he's back in play. I don't know. No offense to Teddy. He's been through a lot of injuries. I don't know very many teams that are ready to take him right now. I think his career is coming to a close here pretty soon, unfortunately.
I remember the 4th team now is the Chicago Bears, because what if they package up Khalil Mack and some other people and trade it over there? You know what I mean? They could do some stuff like that. But look, nobody thought Jacksonville would be able to get rid of Nick Foles' contract. Where there's a will, there's a way. That if you want somebody gone from your team, they're going to be able to get them gone. I'm not worried about Teddy Bridgewater's contract sitting there and that's going to stop you from bringing in a quarterback. They'll bring in a quarterback if they want to.
Well, not stop them from bringing in a quarterback. Stop them from bringing in Deshaun Watson specifically. Houston has to want Teddy for it to work out. They're one team. They have to want, or at least be okay with Teddy being the quarterback for at least one more year.
It doesn't have to be. You don't have to send Teddy to Houston. You can send Teddy somewhere else. It doesn't have to be straight up to Houston. What if somebody else wants him? What if the Saints want him again?
Maybe.
Yeah. Start thinking, Mike. Think outside that box. That's what I'm on this show for. You see this, Kevin? I have to come here and I have to make Mike open up his mind just a little bit, because he's all right here. He's in that little box, and I gotta get him out of that damn box.
This offseason is gonna be crazy, so I think anything can happen. That's why I don't want to just say no, not gonna happen, because I think anything can happen, and we saw that with Matthew Stafford. So Joe, you're right. They could get rid of Teddy Bridgewater and bring Deshaun Watson in, but I think Houston would have to want Teddy Bridgewater for it to really happen. That's just my opinion. You can go ahead and keep saying Carolina, and then when he gets traded to the Jets, I'll be like, Joe, you're wrong again. Told you so.
I just want you to say that first part again. The first part of what you just said.
Anything can happen in the NFL.
No. Oh. You said, Joe, you're right. That's what he said, right, Kevin? That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. He clearly said that. But when it comes to Deshaun Watson, though, man, I really think that if you're going to trade for him, you got to be a team that's ready to win now. The Rams are ready to win now. That's why they made the move for Stafford. I don't know. This is why I don't like the Jets and the Dolphins, because I don't think that they're a team to win right now, the Super Bowl. I feel like a team like the Washington football team or the Chicago Bears, those two teams that you mentioned, those teams could win right now with Deshaun Watson. Because of that defense.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's what they should do. The Jets do a lot of things they shouldn't do. That's kind of one of their mottos. It's probably up on the wall in the GM's office.
Yeah, you're gutting a young team that's not ready to win. Exactly. Like Miami would. I think Miami would be dumb to do it because you're gutting such good. You don't have much to begin with. Like if you're the Jets, you suck. You had 2 to 3 wins last year. You suck. Mm-hmm. You don't have the young talent to trade. You suck. Like you're like Mike on Friday Night Wars. You suck. That's what I'm gonna call Mike. Mike is the Jets of Friday Night Wars. He sucks. Yeah, I said it. Anyways, they don't have the talent to give up. They to give that up. They're just saying that Deshaun Watson is going to be our team. Come up, buy season tickets, and watch Deshaun Watson. We might win some games, but we're probably going to lose a lot of games too.
That's exactly what they're going to do. That's it. It sucks, but it's reality. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to do it unless the Texans are somehow able to hold on to him. I think it's 2 things: he's either going to the Jets or he's getting held on to by the Texans. One of the 2.
Yeah, that would be hilarious to watch. This is the Jets to lose, and you have Saleh just yelling and screaming, clapping, saying, "Yay, we're down 27-21," and game over. Just to be in the game, just to lose. That's all Saleh's gonna do. I'm sorry, everyone is talking about all these head coaches and stuff. I'm so underwhelmed from all these coaches for the most part. I really think this is probably I think this might go down. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, but I think this is the worst group of head coaches I've ever seen in this last decade.
We're clipping.
I mean, I know we're in a new decade, but this last decade, this is a pretty bad group, man. I do not see Dan Campbell. I don't see Saleh winning. I'm sorry. The guy's cool. They got the hip about him. I just don't see it. I'd rather my coaches shut up, be quiet, be Bill Belichick, be Brian Flores, not these rah guys. That's cool for a bit, but I don't know how long it really lasts in the long run.
So you want to coach like Brandon Staley? Perfect.
Oh my gosh. I just read something about David Culley. I'm not sure. I didn't fact check it, so I'll just throw it out there. But I'm pretty sure it's correct because NFL Memes said it, and they're pretty dead on. But they said, do you remember the Kansas City Chiefs a couple years ago when the wide receivers went a whole year without scoring a touchdown? He was the coach. Last year, he was the coach of the Ravens, and they had the worst passing game. He was the passing game coordinator, and now he's going to Houston. I don't know. Like you said, it's too early to judge some of these coaches, and Mike and I have touched on this on a couple episodes. It's too early. Maybe one of them can surprise us. I'm with you on some of them. I like Dan Campbell, and I like this press conference because he said he was going to bust some knee people like a WWE press conference.
Jameis should go to Detroit.
What? But it's been yeah, it's just like, okay, you hired him. Okay, cool. Like nothing has come out. Like even the Falcons, like, did you expect Arthur Smith to go? Like, come on, like you're looking at these, like, no, and you have the number 1 and the number 2 offense. Both of their offensive coordinators were like, hey, I'll go be a head coach somewhere, and they both went back to their teams. Bieniemy and Dable are both going back to their respective teams. Like, I don't know. And maybe and Mike said this earlier on one of our shows, that maybe we were looking at both of those guys so high that anybody else hired would just be like, you didn't hire those guys, so you suck. That's my word of the day. You suck.
That was my initial reaction to the Chargers hire too. I bet you Deshaun Watson saw that same post on the NFL meme page and just immediately picked up his phone and said, "Yeah, get me the fuck out of here." You know what I mean? Just the first flight.
No, but you forgot to say that Deshaun Watson picked up the phone. He goes, "Trade me for," and then he has to name the players. Get me out of here and send me here because.
Yeah, I'll be in Miami. If you guys need to get in contact with me, send someone out. I'm not answering.
Hey, I got a question. I got a question for you guys. You know, Deshaun Watson gets a lot of love, but I just don't understand how everyone feels so bad for him. Like, oh, you play for the Houston Texans and blah blah blah. But wasn't this the same guy that was a free agent that signed a major contract to be highly paid? Then you start losing, and then all of a sudden you find out that you don't like your owner. You don't really, mess with the whole system that's going around there. At what point do we hold some of these players accountable for the decisions they make? Because he signed that contract, and 1 year later, you're already saying, I'm out. I don't know. I don't really know if I want to trade 3 first-round picks for something like that. And I know everyone loves Deshaun Watson, but I just got to say that.
I hear you. And usually I defend the player in these situations. Like I'll go to bat for Dak Prescott. I went to bat for Melvin Gordon's bitch ass. I regret that every day of my life. But usually I do. But in this situation, you signed the contract this last offseason. Like it wasn't, you're not trapped in a 5-year deal that you made 4 years ago. You did last offseason. You knew what was coming. Didn't he sign it after the DeAndre Hopkins trade? Like the week after?
Yeah, he signed it in September. So it's only been a couple months.
Yeah.
And I said this on another show earlier. I was like, where was this 6 months ago? If Deshaun Watson would have came out 6 months ago and said, I don't want to sign this new extension, I want the hell out of here, everybody would have been, get Deshaun Watson out of here.
Yep.
But you sat there and said, I'm good with this. Here's my signature. Send me that money. Here's my bank account. Fill it up. And they did it. And then, like you said, then they lose. They have a bad season, which is what, his first losing season since he's been there? Oh, poor guy. Anyways, but you signed the damn contract. So you said, I'm okay. And he even came out and said that, wasn't he? I was at a 2 and now I'm at a 10. After DeAndre Hopkins was traded, I was at a 2. Well, then you signed the new contract. That means you forgave him. You're done. Everything the Texans has done to this point, I forgive you because money spoke to me. And then you did it. And now all of a sudden, did he not just lead the league in passing as well? Like I've come out and said that too. Like, the weapons must not be that bad if you could lead the league in passing. They're not that bad.
In yards?
In passing yards.
He was up there. He was almost at 5,000.
I didn't even notice that. That's crazy.
He was almost at 5,000. Yeah, like 4,800.
That's amazing. Jeez.
Well, he has. It's not like he has bad receivers, injury-prone players, yes. But when they're all on the field, it's actually not a bad offense to look at.
He just doesn't have a wide receiver 1 anymore. That's really the biggest concern. Everyone's a high-end wide receiver 2.
Which is not bad when you're elite.
Yeah. And hearing that stat, that's pretty crazy. I knew he was up there. I know he led the league. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty awesome.
I better be right, huh?
You might.
To be honest, I don't know if you're right or not. But you might
probably either him or Mahomes. I know Mahomes had like 4,700 or something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm right.
Yeah,
so
48.
He had 4,823 yards. Mahomes had 4,740.
Sheesh. It's amazing.
And Watson did it in less attempts than Patrick Mahomes. How about that?
And he had more rushing yards, I would imagine.
And he completed 70% of his passes this year. Come on. Like that. What are you crying about?
I take it back.
Like I don't Houston sucks. I don't understand. Like 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. You had a damn good season. The wins weren't there. It was more the defense that held that team back than anything.
What was their final record? Does it say?
4-12.
4-12. Because I know there was a couple games where they lost in like the last drive. Like they could have had 6 or 7 wins this year if things just bounced differently.
Well, check this out. Remember when they're early in the season. They played what was it? The Chiefs, the Steelers, and they played another the Ravens or someone dominant. I forget.
Yeah, it was a
And
tough.
he went 0-3.
Yeah, it was a tough
So
start.
I mean, my point is like, hey, Deshaun Watson, why is it that when when it was like the time that you got to face these big stars, you folded? I mean, I know see, the thing is that fantasy is stats are cool for fantasy football, but when it comes to the damn game, you better win, because if we're gonna give Tony Romo shit for those Cowboy teams that he was on when he was doing everything in his power. Yeah, he'll throw an interception, but I mean, he got 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. You better win that damn game. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we're going to give Deshaun Watson a pass.
I want to know why more active players on the Houston Texans aren't coming out. If it's such a horrible franchise, where are the rest of the players? I know not all of them are up at the Deshaun Watson level that they, some of these lower guys that can't speak out. But there's a lot of high-paid guys on there too that could talk a lot of crap and get away with it and still get their paycheck. Where are you guys at? Where are those guys at? If this franchise is so horrible, I understand that some of the players who left are talking mess about it, but that always happens. That's like a bad relationship that gone wrong. You send the ex off. The ex is always going to talk about you and say that you have small parts and stuff like that. They're always going to talk bad about you. Even though it's not that small, Megan. I don't know who that is, but I just made it. My wife's probably gonna kick my ass and be like, "Who the hell's Megan?" I don't know. I made it up, babe. I made it up. Now,
family guy.
Just because it's small, don't mean you gotta tell everyone, Joe.
So, anyways, yeah, I'm with you, Piggy. I just don't get it. Like, you just signed that damn deal, and like we're always. I mean, I know all three of us are usually on the player side, but this one I'm having a hard time getting behind, just because of what it is. And now with the head coaching, I mean, it sucks for you, but damn, dude, like I can't back you. You're getting paid. You're one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. Your offense is on fire. They promised to bring in some new people, and we'll see what happens, but. Yeah, like when the losing got tough, like Piggy said, or when the going got tough because he started losing some games. Now he don't want to play no more. Now he's I want to go to another team.
I hope they find a way to get some receivers while this whole holdout thing is happening. And then what's the excuse going to be? Get some receivers, pick up an offensive lineman or two, really improve the team, and see if he changes it. And what you guys have been saying, like I said, I'm usually on the player side, and I wasn't even heavily against Deshaun Watson until you had this conversation. Now I'm starting to get heavily against Deshaun Watson.
Let's move on from Deshaun Watson because we can beat that to death. I think he's staying in Houston. I don't know. You guys think he's trading, but I mean, right now it's all scenarios. It's all in our head. We could sit here and play GM all day, which I love doing, but we're not GMs. Let's move on to the big game. The big game this Sunday. What the season comes down to. Damn, the season's almost. I hate saying it because the season's over. This game means the season's over, and we got 6 months of no football, and that sucks. That sucks. That's my word of the day, guys. I don't know if you are watching this and you have a drink next to you. Every time I say that sucks or this sucks, take a swig of that drink because that's what I'm going to do. So the Super Bowl is this Sunday, and that means it's the last game of the season, and that sucks, right? That sucks. So we got the Tampa Bay.
Very Mike-like.
Huh? Tampa Bay.
Very Mike-like.
Yeah. Versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Piggy, your thoughts on the game, and go ahead and throw us out know who the winner is.
Man, this is a big game. This might be the most talented Super Bowl we've seen with quarterbacks facing each other off. You got the GOAT and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, when I think about great quarterback matchups, I think of the young Dan Marino versus Joe Montana, the Peyton Manning versus Drew Brees, the Aaron Rodgers versus Big Ben, but nothing tops this Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. This is the best as it gets. This is a legacy game. If Tom Brady somehow wins this game, man, let's just call him the GOAT of all sports of all time. I think there's no debating if he wins this one. Now, if Patrick Mahomes wins, then it just opens the door of he could be the next GOAT and the only guy that could potentially take out Tom Brady one day when it's all said and done. But when it comes to the winner, Man, this is gonna break my heart, man, because I respect Tom Brady so much, but I think it's the new guy. This is like boxing, where the the Cesar Chavez Jr. fights, the young pretty boy in why am I forgetting his fucking name right now?
Don't do it.
You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I'm just talking about, like, boxing greats all pass this torch on, and I think this is what's happening in football. Patrick Mahomes wins his second Super Bowl in a row, back to back, and that's where I'm going, man. Tom Brady loses this one.
Did you hear that, Joe? Did you hear that? I'm pretty sure he said that this is probably the greatest Super Bowl ever. It's crazy because we were just talking about this, and Joe wants to go against me, just to go against me. But anyways, I agree with you, and I think that if Tom Brady does pull this off, it will be amazing. And I'm kind of rooting for it to happen. I've been on the Buccaneers all year. Everyone's called me crazy. I had a moment where I doubted them, and I was like, okay, maybe Seattle. But for the most part, I was high on the Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks being the teams representing the NFC, and the Chiefs the whole time. Never went away from the Chiefs for the AFC, just because I think they're head and shoulders above the rest of the league. Even with all that talent, I think the Buccaneers need to play a clean, like, 0 turnover field goal or touchdown on almost every drive game to win this thing. That's my opinion. I think if they turn it over more than twice, they're pretty doomed. They can keep it close still, but when it comes to the end of the game, the Chiefs are going to take off on you. So you need to either have a lead or be right there and ready to launch with them.
So, Mike, you're taking the Chiefs?
Yes, I'm taking the Chiefs 34-21.
So, Piggy, you're taking the Chiefs?
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs to by 3.
You guys know what time it is. All you guys out there in Friday Night Warland, and welcome to the War Zone. You guys know what time it is. Look at the crystal damn ball right here. You guys already know. Joe Morley is going to go against both of these guys, and we're going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'll tell you one reason why. The damn offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs is so damn banged up. Now the center just went out because he got COVID, exposed to COVID. He might be ready for the game. He might not. That Kansas City offensive line is going to get eaten up. And Ndamukong Suh is going to have a Super Bowl to remember. Those linebackers are going to have fun. The Tampa Bay defense and I put it on my own page, that people are forgetting that there is a little bit of defense in the NFL. There's not a lot, but there's a little bit of defense in the NFL, and it's going to show up. I think the Tampa Bay defense, if you're a money kind of guy and you want to put some money down, I would put some money down on the Tampa Bay defense scoring a touchdown in this game. And I think Tom Brady gets that other ring. I hate to see it because I'm a Raider fan. I don't care. I hate both teams. I hate Tom Brady. Hate Patrick Mahomes. I'm a hate. And you know that. I hate on everybody. I hate on Mike. But I get the job done. So you guys already saw. It's right there, Piggy. The crystal ball never lies.
I got an interrogation for you.
I see it.
I got an interrogation for you. Did you have the Buccaneers beating the Saints?
Did they play the Saints? I don't remember that game.
Okay. Did you have the Buccaneers beating the Green Bay Packers?
I don't remember them playing the Packers.
So why are you changing your tune against the best team in football? Just agree with us. It's okay, Joe.
Look,
it's okay to agree with Mike on the mic. You could just say the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win. You know it in your heart.
I'm going to come out right now, and I say, in the playoffs, I did not have great picks. Whatever. Mike will throw it in my mind, and he'll be like, you went 5-8. Because in the playoffs, I picked with my heart. I have a hard time. And sometimes I go with I don't go with the straight line like some of you guys. I take those underdogs. I take those risks. You know what I mean? I don't try to live my life like this. I go like this.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place.
Wait. I just realized something. I think if me and PiggyBankPickz pick the same pick, we're going to tie in the playoff picks. I'm not 100% certain. Maybe I'm not sure. Oh, but I know you'll be 5-9, Joe, at least. You'll be in last. We know that.
I'll say this. I took the Bucks correctly at every game. I took them over the Packers and over Washington and over whoever else they played.
The Saints.
You want to be honest
Saints,
with
there
you?
you go, yeah.
This is what I looked at. This is what I really looked at. The players that I want to see get a ring. I don't care about Tom Brady. I know who got the rings on Kansas City, But Mike Evans, I want to see Mike Evans with the ring. I want to see some of these guys.
Antonio Brown.
And Dominican Sue. We all know Detroit, Miami, all that places he's been. Give him a ring. Let's give him a ring. I don't want to see Antonio Brown get a ring.
Antonio Brown, it'll help his rap career.
It'll help his man. Come on, man. I want to see Leonard Fournette get a ring after Jacksonville threw him to the side like he was nothing. Piggy, is Leonard Fournette a top 32 running back in this league?
Oh, definitely. Lenny Fournette could have been traded to the Miami Dolphins, but we got Matt Breida because they wanted a 4th round pick. But yeah, Lenny's definitely top 32, man.
That's a little shot at Brian Bolstered Up Sports. If you guys know him on Instagram,
you suck.
Brian sucks. He sucks. Brian said that Leonard Fournette is not even. He said Brian's not even a top 32 running back, and he sucks. Yeah, he sucks. That's what Brian said. What did he say? He's garbage. He said Leonard Fournette is garbage.
Trash. He said he shouldn't be in the league. He said Leonard Fournette should not be in the league.
I'm taking Leonard Fournette as one of my players of the Super Bowl. I think Leonard Fournette could have a big game and a big impact in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, could he win MVP though? Because if he can, that's plus 2,200.
We should make a bet with Brian right now that Leonard Fournette's going to win MVP before it's too late.
If you guys know Brian Bolstered Up Sports, you let him know that we'll make a bet with him. All 3 of us. I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll take Leonard Fournette over whoever he wants to pick as MVP, but he can't pick Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady. He has to go outside the line a little bit.
Well, we can't do a hair challenge because he's already bald, so I think something creative. And also, I'm trying to look like Kershaw, trying to grow my hair out a little bit.
Look, Kevin's like, I just came on the show to have fun, guys. I didn't want to get into a little war. I like Brian Bolstered Up Sports. And we just
he'll be the best running back come Super Bowl, man. Definitely.
Well,
Lenny's pretty good, man. Lenny connect 4.
In every Super Bowl, there's a running back that does something special. We saw it last year with Williams. Williams probably should have been the MVP, but they didn't give it to him. We all know that. They're gonna favor the quarterbacks more than anything. But last year, Williams should have been the MVP, and I see the same thing with Leonard Fournette this year.
The year before that should have been Sony Michel, in my opinion, with the Patriots.
I think it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, James White had a 2-touchdown game.
I mean, because I remember Sony Michel leading up. This is a crazy stat, but the year the Patriots won the Super Bowl, Sony Michel had more touchdowns combined than Edelman, Gronk, and Tom Brady in the whole playoff run. And he had about 100, just shy of 100 yards in the Super Bowl, which they only scored 13 points.
Lock it in, Leonard Fournette MVP. Just lock it in right now.
You hear that, Brian Bolstered Up Sports? Lock it in. Kevin, I do have one question. We'll go a little bit off. I know we only do 3 questions on there, but I do have one question for you. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Justin Herbert or Justin Jefferson. And we know they favor quarterbacks, but you as a fantasy guy, you got to see both of them do what they did. I had both of them on my fantasy league, on my fantasy team, and that's what won me a championship. But Mike and I have been debating this all the time. And, of course, he's going to go Justin Herbert because that's his team. He loves them. Oh, he's the best quarterback ever. Herbert or Justin Jefferson, which one was more impressive?
I hate to do this to you, Joe. I was supposed to go on your side this whole time. But, I mean, I got to go with Justin, man. And this is why. The guy broke every single record as a quarterback. He came in. No one thought he was going to start right away. Tyrod Taylor had the job. Shout out to the team doctors over there with the Chargers for puncturing old boy's lung. But Justin Herbert came in and did his thing, man. And he did very well, man. He lit up the league, and I think Justin Herbert deserves it because, I mean, he came out slinging. I mean, his first game, man, he could have beat Patrick Mahomes if he wasn't making a rookie mistake throwing the ball deep when he should have just took the first down. That he could have walked in there. Moses opened it up for him. But hey, it is what it is. I think Justin Herbert is a guy, man, because he's special, bro. He's really, really special.
Yes, he is.
Well, that's all the time we got, guys. So
Yo, this is the question I asked to everyone who keeps saying Justin Jefferson. And if Justin Jefferson wins it, I won't even be that mad because in any other season, it's a clear Justin Jefferson win. We have 2 of the best rookie years ever put up by rookies, right? Justin Herbert put up.
I'll be mad.
Here's the question. Justin Herbert put up the greatest season in rookie quarterback history. Did Justin Jefferson put up the greatest season in rookie wide receiver history?
Hell yeah.
No, he did not.
Hell yeah.
Because, yes, he did break the yardage record, but he had about half the amount of touchdowns that Randy Moss did in his rookie year.
That's Randy Moss. That's
So,
Randy.
second, right?
You know the touchdown record that Justin Herbert beat? Baker Mayfield. Come on, man.
Think about it. Tom Brady
From
had
Peyton Manning,
rookie
though.
season.
From Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning had rookie season. Drew Brees had a rookie season. All these guys had rookie seasons, and Justin
Patrick
Herbert
Mahomes didn't.
is the greatest ever.
Patrick Mahomes didn't have a rookie season.
He did. He played in one game versus the Chargers. He threw 2 picks, actually. I was actually excited about that. I was like, this guy stinks. I got nothing to worry about. I was wrong. Very wrong.
I'm just saying.
Said the same thing.
We will see more and more quarterbacks come into the league and break the records. Passing records will be broken every year.
I don't think you understand, though. Justin Herbert beat the record by almost 10 touchdowns.
What's harder to come in and play as a rookie right now?
Quarterback.
Is it to play quarterback or wide receiver?
Quarterback,
which position struggles the most the first year?
Quarterback's harder to play than wide receiver.
Which one, Piggy?
I mean, receivers have a hard time, but I mean, as of late in this last decade, they've been trending up as going a lot faster into their schemes. But yeah, I think quarterback is the hardest, though. I mean, you got to learn the whole damn playbook.
Harder to put up numbers, sure.
But
harder to play, 100% quarterback and be successful. All right, guys, we lost PiggyBankPickz to a technical difficulty. I'm not sure if his phone died or what happened, but we're having a hard time getting him back. He's PiggyBankPickz on Instagram. I'll go ahead and say it. My favorite fantasy football page on Instagram. And even guys that are super sports fans like me and Joe take PiggyBankPickz advice. PiggyBankPickz, but the Pickz is with a Z. With a Z. That's all. That's simple. Plugging him real quick since he's not here to plug himself.
Yeah, like you said, and he takes accountability, but dude is almost dead on all the time. Mm-hmm. He got great advice. And I'm not going to say that he helped me win my championship, but he kind of helped me win my championship. So
with Julio on your roster, that garbage receiver.
Huh?
I said with Julio Jones, that garbage receiver on your roster.
Yeah, I had Julio Jones on my team, and some people will say that he's garbage because he's injury prone. And you can't. Some people will say, one person would say, you can't win a fantasy championship with Julio Jones. Well, guess what? Guess what, Mike?
Did the impossible, Joe.
Yeah, that's how good I am because I listen to PiggyBankPickz. Anyways, Piggy, I know you're not here, but I know you're watching.
Wherever you are. You
entered the war zone, Piggy, and you did great. And Piggy is welcome back on this show anytime, Mike. You know that. But Mike, look me in the eyes, Mike, when I'm talking to you. I'll see you on Friday night.
Step into the war zone. 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 Friday night war zone. Friday night war zone.
We'll cut that out. Cut that shit out.
Future Mike. Go ahead. You want to flip me off?
Huh?
You want to flip me off real quick for Future Mike?
Hey, Future Mike, this is for you.
Mike.
Because he'll be editing this like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he'll just see this and like, oh yeah, fuck me, all right. And then I'll put some stupid clip in of me cussing and stuff like this.
I won't put this in, I promise.